Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at just how good the Zenkai is for Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. So we're going to be taking a look at just how good her Zenkai is, obviously just getting a good idea of just how good she is, and yeah, comparing it to what she had before. Now, in terms of her ultimate skill, really not much has changed. They've added blast armor, which I think is definitely much needed, but really beyond that, nothing too much has changed for the most part. So, yeah, pretty nice stuff though in terms of that. Special move, yeah, again, nothing too much has changed here. Still destroys 3 cards on hit, so pretty straightforward. Main ability, the restoration of own key has remained the same. The plus 40% has remained the same, but now cannot be cancelled, which is pretty nice. But yeah, again, not too much difference. The special skill has altered slightly. We now have 30 key restoration as well, which is pretty good stuff overall. Her Zenkai ability, or her Zenkai break ability, is pretty okay. Green and Universe Rep, I kind of was hoping it'd be a Fusion Warrior, just to have an excuse to run around the Fusion Warrior team, but you know, to each their own. Universe Rep is alright. In terms of her passives, not too much has occurred here. For the most part, the base passives don't change too much, so she's got pretty much the same kit for the first 2 passives as she had before. So that's not really anything too different. The big difference are the 2 new passives. So we've got Pure Elation, which gives her plus 20% to damage inflicted, damage reduction of 25%, which coupled with her 20% in base gives her 45 in total, and 30% key recovery, which is nice. I think I could have done with higher damage reduction, just because she doesn't hold her 20% damage reduction for very long. I think it's only 25 timer counts. And then she's got Girls leading the charge, which will shorten the substitution count of allies every time that she gets hit, basically, and will apply the following effects to herself: plus 30% to strike damage, restore key by 20, and shorten of substitution count by 2. So nice stuff. I don't want to say this looks overarchingly good on paper. There are nice things. Her getting blast armor is good. Her damage has been increased. Her damage reduction has been increased. So it is good. And she does have a very destructive kind of build already. It's just whether she got given enough to really warrant being pushed into the meta on her teams, because her teams are pretty strong. She's, Fusion Warrior and Girls, Universe Rep, Universal Survival Saga. Universe Rep's getting some nice buffs, but yeah, in general, pretty straightforward. The usual process on how to get her Zenkai Awakening Power: Battle Gauntlet will give you 3,000, the missions will give you 4,000. If you don't want to do either, you can summon for her Zenkai Power. And of course, you can buy the booster as well for 2,000 Chrono Crystals. If you don't want to do any of this, you can wait until this period is passed and her Zenkai hits the back end, and you can get her from the Zenkai Ultra Spacetime Rush. The missions are pretty straightforward. You can find them under the events tab of the mission section, and as always, it's pretty straightforward. Like I said, nothing too wild, nothing too crazy. Universal Survival Saga are the characters you need to knock out, so it's really nothing too wild. You shouldn't have too bad a time getting it done. Then in terms of the Battle Gauntlet, pretty straightforward stuff. We'll cover it in another video, but yeah, pretty simple. Battle bonus characters: Ultra Hit, Strength Kefla, or Strength Red Kefla, Red Dispo, whole bunch of red units, also pretty simple. And then, like I said, you have the booster for 2,000 Chrono Crystals you can find under the special section. Only really worth it if you really want her, and she's at like 6 stars, so that you can obviously get her and Zenkai her. And then yeah, the Zenkai Awakening, if you really don't feel like grinding and you have a lot of money, then yeah, don't grind and just summon for a Zenkai power instead. Overall, If we look at universe reps and we look at green, it's not the wildest combination. It's okay. There are a couple units that get Zenkai boosted by her, but very few that I think are of interest. You've got Topper, which is pretty cool. You've got this Frieza, who I think is probably the best by like thinking about it, by design, by merit. I think this Frieza probably the unit you want to boost the most. And then I think from there, pretty much that's it. Jiren needs like Zenkai. Vados gets nice buffs, does have decent synergy, but is a blast orientated character. So doesn't really suit the meta and doesn't really suit the team bonuses that you'd want for Kefla, who's a strike based. So honestly, pretty simple stuff, if I'm honest with you. But hey, she looks alright. I'm interested to see how good she is. She was one of my first big units that I pulled, so I'm keen to see. But that's it from me. Enjoy and bye.